these are the best bets for UFC Fight Night in Tampa. Covington versus Buckley. Before we get into the bets, subscribe to Winnable. Link will be in the description to get all of our bets early. You get all access to our bets early. Each fighter on the card gets a breakdown. You get a bet, a potential bet for each fighter on every card. All access, early picks, underdog picks before we drop these videos. And I highly recommend signing up. Last week, we hit all of our bets. We only missed one bet. And off the entire card, we got only one fight wrong. Picks and bets are different, but all of my bets hit except for one. Highly recommend you guys tune into the newsletter. With that being said, let's get right into these best bets breakdown. So we'll start off with the favorites. These aren't favorites that we're betting. Like, we're not saying, oh, I'm just going to bet Buckley or I'm not going to bet Sterling. No, these are just the favorites that we like on the card and we think will win. We'll start off with Hakeem Buckley. I mean, Buckley's just that guy. Covington has been inconsistent. I want to say inconsistent. He's usually like a fight once a year type of guy. Buckley's been very active. Has knocked out some serious talent. Knocked out Vicente Luque. Knocked out Wonder Bread. He's been looking decent in his past 5 fights. He's on a 5-fight win streak. I think he'll be able to get it done against Covington. Covington, a lot of people just don't like him because he talks a lot of shit. I think it's all part of like a little act he builds up, but Covington isn't a scrub, and he's a good wrestler. This will be a challenge for Buckley. I think these odds are good. He was around the same for Wonder Bread when he versed Wonder Boy. He was around the same, minus 270, 280. I think these are good odds for Buckley, and I like these odds against Covington. Now we have Navajo Sterling. This guy is versing Tuco Tacos, and Sterling is probably gonna knock this guy out. He's an undefeated fighter, just coming off the Dana White Contender Series. Knocked out 2 people on the Dana White Contender Series. Looks good. Has power in the hands. Versing Tuco Tacos, who's literally on a losing streak, pretty much. And I just think this guy has more potential, and I do like the matchup for him. So I have Sterling by knockout or decision. Now we have Joel Alvarez. This guy he's good. His only loss, like, he loses to competition. He lost to Arman Tsarukyan. Now he's on like a little win streak. But I mean, these odds are insane. Minus 440. I don't think he's a minus 440 type of guy. Me personally, I mean, the guy he's fighting is only lost twice in the UFC, but he does have the height advantage and the reach advantage. I believe his reach is like a 77-inch reach advantage compared to like a 70-inch reach advantage. And he does have the height. He's 6'3". He's really tall for the lightweight division. And he's wrestling someone who's 5'9". So he does have that submission threat. What throws me off is he doesn't shoot takedowns, and he has a lot of submissions. So I wonder how that goes out. I've never really seen him fight, but I do have him winning this. I've seen a couple of it. Like, I haven't seen him fight live, but I've seen some of the footage. Looks pretty good. He usually finishes fights, so I don't really see this fight going to the distance. But I like it. I like him as a favorite. Then we have Vitor Petrino. My only problem with him, he was undefeated. He was 11-0 and then lost to Anthony Smith. So it's like, he lost to Anthony Smith. It was like a rookie mistake. He shot on Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith snatched up a sub. So it's like, you know, he losing to Anthony Smith, but he's a decent fighter. And minus 310 is pretty reasonable. The guy he's versing is on a little bit of a losing streak. I say Vitor wins this by possible finish, to be honest. Maybe a KO or a sub. But I think, I give him benefit of the doubt. He lost to Anthony Smith. It was a maybe messed up somewhere. I say probably KO's the guy this weekend. Then we got Ramon Tavares. Looked pretty good on the Dana White Contender Series. Knocked out Cortavious Ramos, who just fought on UFC. I believe it was a fight night. Yeah, I believe it was fight night. He looked pretty decent. Cortavious is kind of like a hard guy to deal with. He's a very explosive grappler. Ramon Tavares was able to find that chin, and he's versing, I believe it's Davy Grant this weekend. I think he'll be able to either KO him or get a decision win. And minus 110, I like these odds. I like Ramon versing a 38-year-old man. He does have the age advantage at 30, but I wouldn't count him out. Now we have the underdogs. We have Adrian Yanez, the underdog of the week. For a full breakdown, go check out the other video, the best underdog video. He's versing a undefeated fighter, but I think he has the advantage on the feet. The undefeated fighter hasn't really seen the comp that Yanez has seen, and I think that experience will just favor Yanez. Then we have Ottman Azaitar. I mean, the only problem with Ottman is he's pretty inconsistent, but he's versing Michael Johnson, and Michael Johnson's he's just very 50-50. He's 23-19, 23 wins and 19 losses, Michael Johnson, and he's versing him. And Ottman's, I believe, 10-2 or 12-2, and I think Ottman could possibly find his chin. To be honest, I believe Ottman can possibly find Michael Johnson's chin. I see Michael Johnson being up like 1 or 2 rounds, and Ottman just comes out, knocks him out. I don't know if this fight would go the distance. I see Ottman by finish, possibly by KO. Then we have Fernando Padilla versus Sean Woodson. Sean Woodson, like, these, no homo, like, no diddy. This is like the battle of the long motherfuckers, bro. Like, Fernando got a long ass neck, and Sean Woodson, bro's like, it's like he could touch his kneecaps standing type shit. Like, he got the weirdest build in all of MMA, or at least the UFC. Long as hell, bro. It's like 6'2", 6'3" at featherweight. You're 145. It was like weird as hell. But Sean Woodson, he is a little bit of a decision merchant, and there's a couple decisions you could argue, like split decisions, you could argue that he lost. And Fernando KO'd the guy. The only loss that Sean has on his record, he KO'd him. That's not to say that just because Sean Woodson lost to this guy and Fernando KO'd him, that now Fernando beat Sean. I'm not saying that, but I do like these odds. It's gonna be a close fight, and I'll just lean a little more towards Fernando because he does have that finishing ability. And Sean Woodson, you could argue, oh, he shouldn't have won this decision. He just has a couple split decisions, and you're like, I mean, I would feel more comfortable if he would finish more people. But yeah, moving on. Now we have the bets. We have a 2-leg with Buckley by KO or decision against Billy. Buckley isn't really a submission guy. He has no submissions. So I see him possibly winning by KO, or if Covington decides to take him to the deep waters, see if he could last in those 5 rounds. I see Buckley winning by decision. Then we have Billy Quarantillo. He's versing Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson is just an older dude now, man. He's a very 50-50 fighter. This is going to be a stand and bang type of fight. Probably be fun to watch, but I'll just give the edge to Billy. And then we have Jamie Lynn Horth, plus 3.5 spread. I like this bet. She's versing, I believe her name is Miranda Maverick. Miranda is the better fighter. I picked Jamie in the predictions video, but my pick would be Miranda Maverick, but I do like Jamie Lynn's odds. Jamie Lynn is like a plus 400 underdog, but if you do a plus 3.5 spread, 3.5 spread pretty much means like if she wins 1 round on the judges' scorecards, then that bet hits. And if she wins the fight, this bet hits again. It doesn't hit again, but it'll hit. So it's either she wins 1 round or she wins on the judges' scorecards. So I like this odds. I like these odds, and especially if you're getting plus money out of that, it looks pretty good. All she has to do win one round. You know what I mean? Then you got the premium bets. Subscribe to the Winnable link to unlock all of our bets. I really, really appreciate it. You know, it helps supports the channel. To unlock those premium bets, though, subscribe to Winnable. All of the premium bets hit last week. All of them hit. So if you were tuned in, you know, the subscribers really won last week. Appreciate you guys. And then we have the 2-leg. We have Buckley and Ramon Tavares. I like these odds for this 2-leg. Buckley and Ramon. Both of those are gonna be interesting fights, to be honest. And then we have Adrian Yanez, the underdog of the week, at plus 170. Then we got the premium bet and the safe bet. The safe bet has been hitting. The safe bet is pretty much the safest bet that I feel like on the card is an automatic lock. And that bet has been hitting for the past couple weeks. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to Winnable. Link will be in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend. Join the Discord and follow us on Twitter. My name's Remy from The Script. I just gave you guys the script again. And I'm out.